Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've got some work on scientific notation, specifically on how to multiply a scientific notation. So just remember, scientific notation, when you write it, it needs to be the first factor equal to 1 or greater than 1, but less than 10. Has to have the second factor a power of 10, so 10 to some power. So just a couple of things to remind yourself. Alright, so multiplying scientific notation. You might see it written like this to show that you're multiplying those two together. It is somewhat easier to solve if you actually write it. 6 to the third times 10 to the second times 1.6 times 10 to the sixth. Oops, 10 to the sixth. Think about it that way. Alright? So we're going to look at our first factors and multiply those together. So looking at 6 and 3/10 times 1 and 6/10, multiplying those together, I'm going to get 10 and 8/100ths with that one. Then the second thing you want to do is look at your powers. Remember, if we are multiplying powers that have the same bases, you add your exponents. So 10 to the second times 10 to the sixth. Adding that together, we will get 10 to the eighth. Now, once we finish multiplying, we always want to look to make sure that our answer is written correctly in scientific notation. First factor has to be equal to 1 or greater, but less than 10. It is not that, so we're going to need to adjust that one. We're going to need to move our decimal point. So crossing that off, I'm going to move it here. So it is a factor of 1 or less than 10. So 1 and 8 thousandths times. Now, because I moved my decimal point, I have to adjust my power. I added one more place that you're going to have to move your decimal point. So now this is going to become 10 to the 9th as your final answer. So just a couple of things to double check when you are multiplying scientific notation. Multiply your first two factors together. Multiplying your powers, you add your exponents, and then make sure you check your answer that is truly written in scientific notation. You might need to adjust that a little bit.